This is experiment number 7, polygon law of forces. The aim of this experiment is to verify the law of polygon of forces. The apparatus is known as universal force table. The polygon law states that if any number of coplanar concurrent forces can be represented in magnitude and direction by the sides of a polygon taken in order, then their resultant will be represented by the closing side of the polygon taken in opposite order. So in this experiment we will verify the law of polygon of forces. The apparatus used for the experiment is called force table. It consists of circular aluminium plate graduated in degrees around the periphery to determine the directions of forces. There are 5 movable jaws: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We can move these jaws like this at any position. These 5 movable jaws can be fixed at any position on the graduated circular plate, and a knob is fixed at the center of the plate. Now this is knob. A circular ring is kept over the knob. 5 strings pass over the jaws and one end of each string is tied to a weight hanger. This is weight hanger. It is of 50 grams. So there are total 5 weight hangers and 5 strings. When all the 5 forces are in equilibrium, then the knob is in the center of the ring. That is, the ring is equidistant from the knob. So when the forces will be in equilibrium, this knob will be something like this. The knob will be in the center of the ring. So our aim is to determine the resultant of these 5 forces. We will try to bring this ring at the center of the knob. As you can see that the degrees are mentioned over this force table. It is from 0 to 360. So we will fix jaw number 1 at 0 degree. You can clearly see here that it is at 0 degree, and we will fix other jaws at a random position such that the forces are not in equilibrium. It is in disturbed condition, and later we will keep adding weight on all the 5 hangers to bring the knob at the center. So these are the various weights that we can add on the hangers. Each of this weight is of 50 grams. Remember that the first jaw must always be at 0 degree, and other jaws can be moved accordingly to bring the knob at the center. So this is how we can add the weight. We are adding up the weights here. As you can see here that the knob is at the center now, so we can assume that the forces are in equilibrium now. Although it's looking like the forces are in equilibrium as the knob is at center, but there may be some errors as well. Means this is not at the equilibrium perfectly. So there will be some error, or that error can be known as the resultant. Means even though the forces are in equilibrium, but due to error there will be some resultant present, and therefore we draw the force polygon to find out the magnitude of the resultant. As you can see here, this is how we need to draw the force polygons, and this dotted line here represent the resultant of this system. So this is how you need to repeat the experiment for 5 readings. So let us calculate what are the forces. If this 0 degree, if we are considering it as F1, then the total weight here is 100 grams. F2, it is also 100 grams. F3 is also 100 grams. F4 is again 100 grams. And F5 is 50 grams. And what are the angles subtended? Angle between F1 and F2 is 81 degrees. F1 and F3 is 152 degrees. F1 and F4 is 240 degrees, and F1 and F5 is 295 degrees. So repeat the experiments for 5 readings.